We are live. Episode
Episode
5. Oh my goodness.
Very nice.
I've got 5 on it.
How you doing, fellas?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks.
Does it feel good to be back?
Just happy to be here. Just happy.
Looking- Looking very smart, I might add. Very
It's,
smart indeed.
Military standard issue, one back and sides.
You're looking like you've just come like from a hard day like on Wall Street or something, like stocks and shares or something.
It's a high octane world, this annuity sales, I tell you.
What have you been at work today, haven't you?
I have.
Living the dream.
Yeah, man.
I'm
I just realised my beard's a little bit unruly. Apologies to everyone that's watching or anyone that watches.
Honestly, up until about 2 days ago, because obviously we've moved house and I couldn't find my beard trimmer.
Oh, really?
But I've found it and I've tamed it back a little bit.
May I ask you a question that potentially is TMI?
Go on then.
Do you use the same trimmer for your beard?
Do you know
I knew
what?
where you were going with that.
I knew he was going to say that. What makes you think that I trim that area? I might just embrace the natural look, mate, because I'm missing hair elsewhere on me body. I'm making up for it elsewhere.
Wait,
Don't mess with the Zoolander.
you can make yourself.
Oh, no, it wasn't Zoolander, was it? It was Zohan.
That was it.
Zohan.
You can make yourself a wig. Just keep them every time you do it. Make a little wig out of it.
Do you know what I did? I had this conversation with someone because like for a hair transplant they have to take like bits from other parts of your body. I said no, the only part that will take would be the hair from my nutsack.
Why is my Teams opened? What happens?
Imagine if you was on a Teams call chatting about this. Someone from work joined it.
Someone who's working in America, so they're still online.
Hey, if they are, get them to tune into the podcast.
Quite likely to be the most organic podcast we've done to date because there is no plan.
No.
It's been a while because obviously, Louis, you want to tell everyone what you've been up to?
I've been shaving my nuts. No, I'm joking. I've just moved house. I think we spoke about it on the last podcast that we did, episode 4. That was just before we moved, but yeah, so that's all done now. We're settling into the new place. Funny enough, we've been decorating Margot's bedroom over the past. Well, it's been about a week now, just because we've been doing it in between work and stuff. So, so we're kind of working on that. But yeah, loving the new house.
What have you gone with for the decoration? What?
She wanted a rainbow theme. So
Nice.
not Zippy and Bungle, not the old the old TV show.
I used to love Zippy and Bungle.
Yeah, no, she wants. Well,
Rainbow.
first of all, she wanted because we took her to B&Q or whatever. We was like looking at different wallpapers and different styles and stuff. And she wanted this like awful unicorn one, and it was just like, no, not having that. But then we settled on this, this rainbow pattern, which so we're working on that. But yeah, she was a bit sort of like she kept saying like when we first moved here, she was like, oh, when are we going home, sort of thing. Because I don't think she realised that this was our new home, sort of thing.
New home, yeah.
And obviously, like when you move house, like you're kind of living out of boxes, like, until you find places for everything. So it was a bit kind of up in the air. But as the weeks go on, I think we've been here just over a month now. She's starting to get a little bit more settled, which is good. And then obviously that means we can get back up and running with the podcast as well, which I've been very excited about. So,
well, I might just add, if you don't mind, that if people don't see me on the next one or any podcast thereafter, it'll be because I've died. Basically, I made chicken thighs tonight, and I had 3, and I was about 2.5 deep before I realised I hadn't cooked them properly, and they were pink around the bone and bleeding.
Oh, no.
He's had an absolute Western Superman.
I have.
Did it taste funny, or you obviously didn't notice it? Like,
No, but then again, I'm quite carnivorous anyway. Like I like my steak like really like super rare and with blood coming out. But chicken, it's not really supposed to do the same. You're supposed to cook it thoroughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine. But if anyone wants to send an application to join the podcast, then we're now accepting those applications.
Speaking of dodgy chicken, should we move straight on to snack check?
Yeah, let's do it. Who's going first?
I think Ollie should go first.
Go on, Ollie.
Ollie,
You had to
go
run.
first.
You had to run
I
off
think
and
you
get
should go first
yours.
with snack check.
Fair enough. I've got the most uninteresting snack check.
Any snack is good for me on snack check.
Let me just. I've got cheeky Tic Tac, just the one.
What
That is
flavour is
cheeky.
it?
That was original mint.
What, peppermint, spearmint?
You asked the Tic Tac manufacturers. I don't know what type of mint it is they use.
You wasn't expecting a full investigation, were you?
I've left the packet in there. I can't check.
You're really drilling into that, Louis. You want details, don't you? You want details on
Absolutely.
that.
I want the batch number of the of the packet. What have you gone for, David? What's your snack this week?
Well, I believe I've talked about it on a previous pod. Would either of you like to hazard a guess as to what I've got?
What, you've alluded to it in previous episodes, do you?
Yeah, I think I have. I'm certain I have.
Can we have a clue?
It's not a known brand, so the pricing is very keen.
Okay, but what? It's not a known brand, but it like resembles a known brand, is it? Like,
Well,
like is it inspired by?
probably.
Go
Is
on.
it sweet or savoury? Come on, let's.
Sweet. It's sweet.
It's sweet. So it's going to be own brand chocolate of some sort.
It's not chocolate.
No, oh,
Is it Tic Tacs?
It's not. Should I just tell you?
Yeah,
Because
come on.
the suspense
this
is
is only
killing
meant
me.
to be like a tiny little feature of the pod, and I'm really dragging it out.
Yeah, go on.
I have gone for Dolly mixture.
Barrett's.
Oh, yes, you did mention it on a previous.
Dolly mixture, yeah. Nice.
And I've pretty much already finished the packet.
Have you? Because I was running late.
Yeah.
Terrible stuff. Would you? Am I the last one to show my snack?
Yeah, you are.
Ollie's already seen these today because he popped
I have.
over to mine after work. Lizzie actually picked these up for me earlier. So here we go. They are What's It's Nuts.
Oh, nice.
So
I like that.
as you can see, the corner's ripped, so I've had a few.
Are they like the ones you get, in some pubs where they've got like the warm nuts that have got like that
Yeah.
outer shell?
You know, like Nobby's nuts and things
like
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like Nobby's nuts, and on the back actually, if you're into trying different stuff, if you're into nuts, yeah, you are what you eat. They actually do Doritos flavors as well. So you got chili heat wave and flaming hot. So I am quite partial to a nut. So I may dabble in those at some point as well. So, but yes, as you were saying, David, this is going to be a very sort of off the cuff episode. I've put the title on the live stream as "We Are So Back," but that really doesn't mean anything because we've got no content.
All right.
I
Do you want me to kickstart it?
I just wanted to, I wanted to sort of catch up with you guys. But yeah, if you've got some bits that you
Yeah.
want to talk about, let's do it.
Well, so I mean, this isn't really a topic, but I'm sure you can bounce off it and have your own similar thing that you've had with your kids. But about a week or 2 weeks ago, I was lying in bed and Ellis come in the morning and he was like lying next to me and he went, "Daddy," I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I want to play Peppa Shoe." I was like, "You want to play what?" He was like, "I want to play Peppa Shoe." I was like, Mate, you've completely lost me. I don't know what Peppa Shoe is. And he got his hand out and he was like, Peppa Shoe. And I was like, "Oh, you mean paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors?"
Pepper Shoe, that is brilliant.
I was like, what the hell did you get? But the thing is, like, he just kept going like that and just always going like that. And then whatever I did, he'd just go to scissors and go like, cut. I win. I was
Brilliant.
like, "The scissors aren't going to cut through a rock, mate. He hasn't got the hang of that game yet."
Oh, that is excellent. I might start playing that with Margot, see how she gets on with it.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Ollie? What's new in your world, mate? How's life? How's the kids?
Oh well, George is started school. I think is the
Yes.
sort of thing that's happened, which has gone really well. He's integrated into that whole school life routine, everything.
If I remember on the
Well,
last pod, you were quite worried that he was going to, struggling with the idea of leaving behind his friends, right?
yeah, yeah. He's done all right. He's done all right. He's been meeting up with his girlfriend every now and again, Esther, Esther from his preschool, and yeah, he's been doing really well. And uh, I don't know if this is happy. We had a trip to A&E not so long ago, where he got his fingers shut in Esther's door, so he doesn't want to go around his girlfriend's house anymore.
Yeah, I remember
He's all good.
because we had a gig that day, didn't we? And
Yeah.
you'd sort of came straight from work, and you was like, guess where George is? And I was like, I have no idea. And he was like, name somewhere that you don't want your kid to be. And I was like, at one of our gigs. And he was like, no, he's at the hospital. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he got his fingers caught in the door.
Well, right now.
At that time, we weren't really sure sort of the extent of it, like whether he properly mangled them or anything horrific. And so that was a tough gig to start sort of do actually.
Yeah, because you had all that on your mind, didn't you?
Yeah, but it was all right. You just got to keep telling yourself there's nothing really else that you can do in that situation. I mean, they're sat there in the A&E just waiting to be seen, and he's conscious and all right. Like,
yeah, because I was like, dude, if you want to go, obviously be at A&E, like I'll sing a few songs acoustically, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But you being the absolute hero that you are, you was like, the show must go on.
Yes, yeah, something like that.
So, but I think it helped. Like, well, obviously didn't take your mind off it, but I think it kept you occupied, didn't it, for a couple of hours until you knew more about
Until
what
I
was
could
happening.
actually see him.
Yeah,
And then by the time we'd finished, they sort of had their X-ray and they'd sort of cleared him. He hadn't broken anything, and he just had some bandages on the end, and they'd come home by the time I'd finished up. So yeah, it was quite good. I sort of dodged a bullet there.
I was going to say you didn't have to deal with any of it.
Are you squeamish as well? How are you with blood and things? Would you been all right? Or?
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Blood, vomit, whatever. It's all
gravy.
It's not gravy, but it comes out of it all. It's what it is.
Although you need a VPN to see it these days.
Yeah.
Exactly, you have to prove your identity.
Sorry.
Dreadful.
I'm a dreadful human being, Ollie. You're only just learning this.
Yeah.
Gradually.
I always like to see the best in people. I think the best.
There's not much good to find in me. Let me tell you.
Funnily enough, it's sort of along those lines of not finding the best in people or whatever, and also tying in with your rock paper scissors, kids miswording, misnaming games and things. Kirsty had the teacher pull her over at the start of school yesterday, saying, I need to have a word with you. Something that George has said in circle time. He said that Daddy likes to play a game where he punches him in the back, and as you can tell, we're quite concerned about his well-being here. We need to sort of establish. And anyway, Kirsty's like, well, he does play a game with him called the pancake game when they go to bed, which we do, which is fantastic. If you don't play the pancake game, it's excellent. Basically, George gets in the bed, duvet over the top of him, lay down as flat as you can, enough sort of flatten him out, and then he'll create lumps and bumps by moving his arm up, and then I have to squish it back down again. And it's like, right, it's pancake, yeah, it's that the other. And we do that, and then I flip him over, and he has to do the other side as well. And so naturally, Kirsty thought that that's what he was talking about. So we quizzed him on it when he got home, and apparently he was saying that he'd forgotten the word for tag. And I can tell you right now, I've never played tag with him in my life. I've never done.
But he stitched you right up there.
I know, right?
Probably.
I had
Oh yeah,
visions.
Daddy loves this game to play. He loves this game where he drop kicks me in the face.
It's character
What is it?
building.
Frisbee.
I've just had visions of you having to go down to his school and like get like the head teacher down and show him how to play pancake.
Just lay down on your front and put a duvet over.
Yeah, exactly. Just have a kip. Go on.
Just smother him a bit, and then it's all good.
That is absolutely brilliant. I'm definitely going to start playing pancake with Margot as well.
Have either of you ever had anything like that? Your kid sort of dropping you in the shit, for want of a better phrase, with.
I'm trying to think now. That is definitely a good topic. I'm sure there probably has been bits.
It's happened before with George. George at preschool said to his key worker once that Daddy likes to rub Play-Doh in my eyes. It's like, again, never done.
You are lucky he hasn't been taken away. Truthfully,
That is brilliant.
He comes up with the weirdest of things.
Nothing like that.
He's got such a vivid, like extreme imagination, isn't he? That's brilliant.
This isn't anywhere near the same thing, but I don't know if we've talked about this or I know we've talked about it in person, but I don't know if we talked about it in one of the pods that I did a charity skydive back in August. And I paid to get the video done because I thought, it's a good thing to show people that, sponsored you. Be like, look, I did it. Here's the proof, blah, blah, blah. And obviously I showed Ellis and he loved the video. He wanted to watch it over and over and over for about a week. And he started telling people that I jump out of a plane for a living. That's what I do for my job. Like,
Yes.
every time I go to work, it's like, Dad, you're going to jump out of a plane? I was like, no, I did it one time.
See, that was kind of leads me on to saying that I had an idea of for the podcast going forward. Like I had this, I think I messaged you guys, didn't I, about asking the kids questions. That could be one of them. That's what reminded me. Like, what does Daddy do for a living? Like, what does Daddy do for work?
For work, yeah.
And try and do like a voice note and just get their reaction as to like the questions that we ask. I don't know how you guys feel about that, like as a little feature going forward.
Yeah,
I would just like to point out that I can almost guarantee Margot knows exactly what it is you do and will say a great description of exactly what you do. Me and David, however, how's he going to sort of explain music distribution work or annuity, pension, sales? I'm like, what?
Well, I'm kind of hoping he's
work in an office. That'll be passable.
Yeah.
Well, he might just revert back to Daddy jumps out of a plane again.
Yeah.
And then you can get him to elaborate. Like, how long do you think Daddy's been doing that for? But yeah, that was like a little idea that I had. And I know that like before we took a little bit of a break, we said maybe either end of this year or more realistically probably next year we might start doing like a podcast every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like if we can squeeze that in, obviously, we've got like thousands of, concurrent listeners that tune in. I think we'd only be letting them down if we didn't.
Yeah, I get asked about this at least 3 or 4 times a day by various different people when the next one's coming out.
Like, honestly, joking aside, I have had people like over the past like month and a bit say, like, "Oh, when's the next podcast out?" Like, there is genuine interest in it. Yeah. I know we do put ourselves down quite a lot.
People ask me more about this than they do the band.
100%. We've been at gigs recently, and people are like, "Oh, I see you guys are doing a podcast now. Like, tell us more about that." So,
is there anyone in the chat? I don't know how this. I don't know. How this
it's loads, mate. I can't read it. It's going so quick. Sorry. There isn't at the moment.
Oh. That's all right.
You're going to put something in the chat, aren't you?
I don't even know if this is. I don't really understand how
any of it works.
No, me neither. I don't know what service it's on or anything.
What is that? Do I have to click that? Oh yes, I do. I'm back.
You're back
do
in
I
the room.
To click that? Oh my god, I'm really showing my ineptitude with technology, aren't I?
Yeah.
But so George settling into school, like it's all going well. Like, is there been anything that's been like, like from your point of view, where he's like, I weren't expecting that sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, there has been one consistent, irritating thing that you guys will have to deal with when the kids go to school.
is this? I think I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
Brace yourselves.
I don't know. I want to hear.
Brace yourselves for an absolute torrent of emails.
Updates.
Oh, really?
I mean, at least 5 a day.
But some of them aren't
Well,
even
it's
like related to George, are they? Like,
no, they are just the most. It's like Thursday was Think About It Thursday, where they send out a PDF file about something.
Which had that this podcast.
Last week it was about knife crime. I'm not being funny. My kid was in reception. 5-year-old.
it's all right. I heard that,
Getting
David.
a PDF document about how to spot the early
Yeah,
signs
call it that
of
from now on.
violence and knife crime.
Don't just refer to it as a document from now on, all right? Not a file.
What?
You said a PDF file. What?
Well, I don't want to be sent one of them either.
Look, you've already been rubbing Play-Doh in the kids' eyes.
Punched him in the back.
Oh, dear.
This has escalated quickly.
This is what happens. It naturally occurs when you get me talking.
I know. That's why I asked you. That's why I keep asking you questions. That is brilliant.
Oh, dear. No, yeah.
So think about it Thursdays, yeah.
Think about it Thursday. All sorts of things. It was like, every day at least 5 emails. And what they'll do, because there's an app where they put the messages on, they'll send you an email to say that they've put a message on the app, but then they'll also email you the message.
And you'll also get, you get a notification from the app as well.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Forms for this, forms for that, things to do with this. Oh, just an update. Don't park on the double yellow lines out front of the school during pick up and drop off. It's a double yellow line. You shouldn't be parking there anyway. Why do I need an email to tell me about the highway code and the basics of driving?
Just an update. Don't rub Play-Doh in your kids' eyes.
My
Funny
inbox.
enough, I haven't ever received that email.
My inbox has 50,373 unread emails. So genuinely, 5 a day probably won't. I probably won't even notice if I'm being honest with you.
How many? 50,000.
50,373.
Just, oh mate, that gives me
How much are
anxiety.
you paying for storage of those emails?
I don't know. Am I paying for storage? I need to download the Emma app. Not sponsored.
Brilliant. You're paying for unwanted subscriptions.
This isn't sort of school related, and this will. Well, I mean, probably won't be relevant for Ollie at the moment, but Ollie's probably already been through it, and we'll go through it again when Betty gets there. But I'm noticing that, so we're sort of right into party season. It's like every weekend or every other weekend's a party at the moment. But one thing I'm noticing is that this time round, the kids are sort of playing together rather than separately. It's like, they know they're their people now, and they just get there and then really they're just playing with all their friends from preschool or I don't know if that's anything that either of you have noticed or previously noticed with George.
Yeah. Oh, he still goes to birthday parties. That still happen. But
it's just the sort of transition from sort of solo playing at parties to sort of playing together is something I've really
in
noticed.
friendship
doesn't
groups.
have that many friends. To be honest, he's not a massive socialite. I don't think.
Okay.
So he will, if there's a group of kids playing together and like one kid on their own, he'll go and play with them probably rather than the big gabble of goblins running around.
He's a leader, not a follower.
Maybe something like that. At least that's what he likes to think he is.
Yeah, Margot's definitely obviously going back to nursery and stuff like this year. you can tell like she's way more invested in like her friendships and stuff. Last year, she'd hardly... Well, there was a few names that she'd mentioned, but it seems like now, like every day, she'll say, so-and-so was in, we did this together, you know, this child was in and we did that together. And it seems to be more like based around her friendships now, rather than just going to nursery for the sake of it. Although, saying that, we have struggled. Here we go. What's he laughing at now?
I've gone back to the PDF file.
Yeah, you can't say that on this podcast, mate. That is brilliant. But one thing we've noticed, like since she's gone back this year, is like, and this is no disrespect to the nursery that she goes to, but like it feels like she's just done with nursery now, if that makes sense. So we've had a few like mornings where it's been like a real struggle to get her to go, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just feel like, and we were speaking to a friend, and like, and actually I spoke to one of her key workers, and she said like her son's a bit the same. They just get a little bit like, because I think she's also one of the oldest kids in her year group, sort of thing. So I don't know if that plays a part, like whether she's like, I don't know. Yeah, I think she's one of the oldest kids in her class, sort of thing, and maybe she's just getting a little bit bored with it, sort of thing. But then saying that you know, she's been back obviously a few weeks now, and she's definitely kind of settled back into it. Because obviously before, like, because we had the holiday, the 6 weeks holidays and stuff, and then before that she had that kind of illness thing, didn't she, with her shoulder and stuff. So she was off for a couple of weeks before that. So in reality, she was probably off like 8 or 9 weeks. And then I think going back to nursery, it was just a bit like, why would I want to go back to nursery when I can just stay at home with mum and dad? and then it was just like, you know, she was just saying like, I'm bored, don't want to go to nursery. And it's like, well, sorry, but you have to.
Yeah.
And
have you started doing that? Well, I don't want to go to work, but I have to.
Lizzie's, I think Lizzie's mentioned that a few times.
Yeah.
She's sort of got there before I've had a chance to say it, kind of thing. But yeah, we wanted to kind of ease back into it.
You go to work for a rest, mate.
Yeah, I do. I do. I go to work to chill out these days, but we just don't want her to get into that, you know, habit of like, just if she doesn't want to go, she feels like she can decide that. It's like, no, it's not a choice, because obviously, like when you go to school and stuff, like unless you're really unwell or whatever, like you have to go to school. There's no there's no two ways about it. Like, you know, if you don't go to school, mummy and daddy are going to get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty lucky in the sense that for the most part, Ellis enjoys going. He really, really like loves it, and I've sort of started saying to him, you know, because he only goes Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at the moment. So we sort of started saying to him on like Mondays and Tuesdays, oh, it's locked, so you can't go. So he'll wake up in the morning and he'll be like, he goes, is nursery locked or open?
Brilliant.
Like, it's open today. It's like, oh, good. And he's always like quite sort of, fortunately, quite happy to go. But I mean, they've sort of progressed them like quite nicely in the sense that, you know, they had a separate baby unit that he went to, and then he moved up into the nursery, which had a, you know, like an upstairs bit where the younger kids went, and then the next sort of term they brought them downstairs into a new room, and then preschool was in a separate bit round the back. So each time it feels like a progression for him.
Yeah, there's like change each time.
Change, yeah.
So I think with Margot, like she started in like where the sort of smaller children play, and then she went up to another room. But halfway through that year, I think they just moved her up to the next class, sort of thing, because she enjoyed being in that room more. So right. now she's just like kind of in the same space, I think, but like
been there for a long time, yeah.
Yeah, and I just think like she's maybe getting a bit bored of it. I think she's like ready for school now, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But we have applied for schools and stuff for her as well, because we got an email to say that was like the schools were taking applications and stuff. So, but I think you don't find out until like the middle of next year or something like that.
No, it'll be April time, I think.
Yeah.
April or May.
Yeah. So
what's the deadline for applying? Is it January? Is January the deadline?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe so. Yeah, early January.
But yeah, we've applied for like a couple of sort of ones like close to us that we got our eyes on. I think they're doing some open days over the coming months as well. So we'll.
We have literally just picked by proximity. We've been really, really lazy with it.
But that
No,
obviously that is a massive thing, isn't it? Like it's the first
convenience is huge.
the first choice that we picked is the one that's closest to us, and I think that's like for any parent that is like a huge part of it. Do you know what I mean? It's
I think at primary school, so much of the education is really given outside of like school time, but like by the parents reinforcing it.
I was gonna. That was gonna be a question actually. Have you been lumbered with like loads of homework and things like that to do and stuff?
Yeah, he gets homework each week to do. Actually, we've been getting more into educational TV programs. So like your number blocks and alpha blocks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have been watching any of that, but it is.
Yeah, we've seen some of that.
Yeah, they're
so good.
In fact, I should have sent it to you guys. Actually, I'll see if I can find it. I saw a thing on Instagram the other day, and it was like I guess a doctor that for young children and sort of thing, and she was kind of talking about different TV shows and how like where she ranked them educationally and like number blocks and. Do they do like a letter blocks or is it just
alpha blocks?
Alpha blocks, yeah. Sorry, and number blocks. She said like they're sort of like top tier. And
it's really clever how they do it and the stories and this and the other. And he's been really enjoying it, and he is starting to read a bit. Like, he gets the odd words here and there now properly, which is cool. And but it's all like phonetics. That they start off with, cut at.
Yeah.
And and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Margot's been doing that. We've actually got this book. It's called the Emo ABCs. So it's got like all the letters, but then it's got like emo songs like that are named after that letter. Like A would be like all the small things, and it's got like So we've been every night. She likes to read that book and go through her letters and stuff. And she's really starting to pick the letters out now. Whereas when we first started doing it, she was just saying like W until we got to W, and then she was like, "Yeah, I got one right." And it's like, "No, you got like 20, you got like 25 of them wrong, but you got one right." But now she's starting to, and obviously singing the ABCs to the tune like helps it sink in more, doesn't it? Like when you do things to a tune, it makes it stick in your mind more. But we was reading a book the other day. I can't remember what book it was, but like when you get to the end of a book and it's got like the other books in this series.
Yeah.
She pointed at one and she went, "Look, Daddy, it says hide and seek." And I sort of looked at it. I was like, "It does. Like, it does say hide and seek. How do you know that?" And she said, "I've read that book before at nursery." And I was like, "Wow, that's really like." She's obviously, I don't know if she's reading the words or she's just associating the picture, but I was like,
either way, it's recognition, isn't it? Which is essentially what reading is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it did take me back. I was like, "Yeah, you got that right. That's spot on." Though. And she was like, "Yeah, I read that book at nursery." I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." So
it's good.
It's all these little turning points, I guess, isn't it? Like you sort of take for granted, but it's like massive steps forward.
Speaking of turning points. Ellis has made a bit of a real kind of leap forward in his music taste. So he's gone from sort of toddler junior music, and he started playing on repeat every day. Wax Wings by Periphery.
He's not into like Icarus Lives yet.
No,
that's a big tune. That.
Yeah, but and honestly, he was playing it the other morning and he was headbanging and Connie was just like, "Well, you definitely haven't learnt and gotten this from me."
Brilliant.
One of George's favourite songs is Stormtroopers by Sabatron.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
So like now we're on the subject of music and stuff. We've gone like deep down the rabbit hole. I don't know if you guys have seen it, of this K-pop Demon Hunters thing. It's like a Netflix thing that's
no.
Yeah, well,
is that Korean pop? Is that what K-pop stands for?
K-pop, yeah. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix film, but it's got, as you can imagine, the most kind of sickly pop songs that you can imagine.
Right.
But like, yeah, Margot's like absolutely loves that at the minute. One of our friends actually, he said that he's, Harry. He said that, Ollie, our friend Harry. He said that he was, have you watched it yet? Because his son had started watching it, and I was like, no, I haven't seen it. And then literally we watched it once, and that was it. Like that's all we've been watching now.
Yeah.
Best to avoid for as long as I possibly can. Is that?
I would say so.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say so. I see. I wouldn't say it's that bad. I've watched it a few times and it's
Yeah.
passable.
Really?
No, it's a cool film, and to be fair, like you will find yourself just singing along to the. Again, I saw another thing on Instagram, and it was like some dad sitting in his car, and it's like when you leave your kids' tunes on in the car, and they're low key bangers, and he's singing along to K-pop Demon Hunters.
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
Yeah.
I'm home alone. I'm home alone tomorrow night. I might stick it on.
Brilliant.
Have you guys heard that song? I think it's Imogen Heap. I think her name is. I might have got the name wrong, but apparently the song was scientifically like written for kids to like be appealing to kids. And there's a line in it, and I had to listen to it a load of times before someone had to point out what the words actually were. It sounded like she was singing "Ping Ping, I Suck My Ring," and I was convinced that's what she was singing. I thought it's a bit a weird, dodgy lyric for a kid song, but she was singing "Ping Ping, My Submarine."
Oh my goodness! I feel like we need to. I need to listen to this now
I'll share it on the
socials.
Later.
Sounds bizarre.
But tell me if you can hear "Ping Ping, My Submarine" or "Ping Ping, I Suck My Ring."
Well, I'm definitely going to hear that now.
At least you know what you like to get up to. That's good.
Listen, don't judge me until you heard it, man. Just don't. Just have a listen first.
Everyone needs an extracurricular activity. It's fine.
If you're not jumping out planes and sucking your ring.
Yeah, I'm like Prince. I've removed a few ribs to make it possible.
Oh, brilliant! What's going on like in your musical endeavours, David? Have you got anything going on music wise at the moment?
Well, are we talking kids aside now? Are we talking
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
chatting? So Jupiter Ray is coming to an end in 2026.
I know you mentioned it to.
yeah.
I know you mentioned it to us. I don't know if you mentioned it on the pod, but yeah.
Yeah,
Is
no, I
that
definitely
public
didn't.
now? Is it?
Well, we haven't put any public things out, but we've started sort of telling inquiries for
He's now looking to his agent here just to
Huh?
for dropping it.
I guess you-
publicly.
But you're more of a sort of private function band anyway, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're not doing
we
a
are,
lot of
yeah.
public gigs where you'd need to notify people like that. I guess. Yeah.
No, not really. And we're not cancelling anyone. We're honouring every gig that we've got. We're just
Yeah.
not taking any more bookings from 2027 onwards.
Yeah.
But we're starting something new, which will be public, hopefully public shows. And we're going to be. It's the working title at the moment is Hollywood Playback, and
Yeah.
the idea is we're going to be playing songs from movies. So stuff like Top Gun, Back to the Future, Footloose, all of that kind of good stuff.
Nice.
That's
dancing.
wicked. And I think when I saw you last, you said like you might try and incorporate like a visual element to it by having like clips from the movies like in the background. Is that?
Yeah, well, I don't think you can have clips from the movies because I think there's some
Copyright.
like-
Oh, it's the
Copyright.
8-second copyright rule, isn't it? You can't have
Yeah.
clips longer than 8 seconds.
yeah, so I think the idea is to have some kind of video wall that shows a visual that kind of represents what the film's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Um,
I was going to say you could probably get like Ollie to make it out of Play-Doh when he's not rubbing it in George's eyes or something.
or or the cardboard boxes, that
Yeah.
he was building things with before.
Oh yeah, those suits that he was making.
The recycling.
Yeah, I can get rid of all my
To be
recycling.
fair,
today.
we're getting way less recycling now, thank heavens.
Yeah, I guess that's a bonus of him going to school now, isn't it?
It really is. It really is.
But yeah, no, that's cool. So what's it called? Hollywood Playback. I like that.
Yeah, that's the working title. I mean, it might be what sticks. You never know.
I'm sure you could get like ChatGPT to create some like movie scenes for you that you won't get copyrighted for.
Maybe
Just use AI, mate. AI is the future.
AI is the future. Yeah.
It's quite scary actually. We've used AI for a few things recently, haven't we? Like related to our band and stuff, and it's like scary how it just takes something and like what it can do with that information and stuff. But I didn't realise that people use like, well, I mean, I don't do it, but some people use ChatGPT. I mean, you was telling me, David, I think, because I had a question about electronic drum kits, and you was like, oh, you should ask ChatGPT to compare.
Yeah.
Like, people use it as like a search engine or as like a thing to, like, you know.
Well, this is the thing. Like, you know, if you're trying to decide between a few things, rather than like, you know, having separate
Sifting
tabs
through.
open and sifting through. If you know there's like 3 or 4 you're trying to choose between, you know, I got it to compare all of them. And I did the same when I bought a laptop. I got it to compare like 3 or 4, and it really breaks that stuff down for you, like things that you don't understand, like, you know, like the processing cards and all of those sorts of things. Like stuff I don't really know anything about. And it tells you, like, you know, it'll be like, oh, well, this one, you know, doesn't compare to this. I did it with a mobile phone. I was looking at potentially replacing my phone with another one, and it basically told me that the one I was looking at doesn't compare to the one I've already got.
This
So,
is
yeah,
what I mean.
it's useful for stuff like that.
Like you say, if you're not well versed in this kind of stuff, you could have easily just gone for an or what you would have thought was an upgrade, and in reality, you're actually taking a step back. But you probably end up paying more money for it.
Yeah. It would have cost me more as well. It would have been a sort of real sort of waste of money, really.
But yeah, I've seen like a few like friends of mine and stuff are saying that they've been using it as almost like, you know, using it as a search engine. They'll like, instead of like typing something into Google, they'll type it into ChatGPT and get information from that now. So it certainly feels like that is the way forward.
There is a thing. Have you heard of that thing that's actually been labelled now as AI psychosis? Have you heard of that?
No, tell me more.
No. So basically, it's where people are sort of chatting to like ChatGPT so much they're sort of starting to sort of become affected by it. Like there was an article which is, I think, one of the first cases that read how they just realised this was a thing. I think a guy got let go from his work, and he was sort of asking ChatGPT if it thought he'd been fairly dismissed or not. And obviously ChatGPT, you could almost kind of guide it to tell you what you want, right? In a way. And it was sort of going, oh no, it sounds like you know, you've been really unfairly dismissed. You've got grounds for, you know, suing them and potentially getting, you know, good financial compensation for this. And then it started telling him that his story was so remarkable that it could be made into a film or a book. And the guy was like, oh, how much do you think this would earn me if we got it published? And he was like, oh, you know, you could earn millions. We'll make some tweaks, and this could be a million, you know, multi-million selling book. And this guy really believed it. And
I thought you wouldn't tell people about this on the podcast, David. That's my story.
Sorry,
But that is crazy. You know, I thought you was going to sort of go down the lines that, like, in the end, like, this guy thought he was in a relationship with like ChatGPT or something.
That probably is a thing as well.
I think we're probably not that far away from it. You know, where people are actually having like daily conversations with it, like, and romantic conversations.
They do like romantic versions of like ChatGPTs and stuff. You can, like, specialist ones. I can't remember what they're called.
Close tab.
No, but there are versions for that, and yeah, it's crazy.
It is a crazy world, isn't it? What are you giggling about in the background there? Like,
I was just thinking, how's this relating to the kids? But
no, but it is.
But
it is important. Obviously, that we do talk about
this
the kids.
Scares the shit out of me when I think of Betty and George growing up in this world. That's for sure.
Well, actually, how we can bring it around to the kids is that supposedly, like, a lot of teachers are noticing when they're marking like homework and things, particularly like essays, you know, and English and that sort of thing, that the kids have used ChatGPT because obviously ChatGPT has got its sort of way of talking, isn't it? You probably noticed when. So that's going to become a real problem, and unless it gets to a point where it's allowed. I mean, I don't know how that would be allowed.
And obviously,
kids are submitting ChatGPT's work as their own, you know.
And obviously, if they're
Who can blame them?
if they're doing specific, like you say, if they're doing like a writing up about a Shakespeare book or whatever, they're all going to be typing similar things into ChatGPT. Like, can you do a write up on fucking Hamlet or something? I don't know. And ChatGPT is just going to pull all the information it has, and it's going to be the same for each kid, really, isn't it? Like, So the teachers are probably going to like notice the way it's written, and like you say, because it does have its own tone, doesn't it?
This is why the kids have to pay for the premium version that has the better logic.
Exactly.
And that way it's sort of a step above the rest.
Yeah. Try and make my homework not sound like everyone else's.
That is basically the level it's getting to now, isn't it? But be honest, like when you was at school, like if AI or ChatGPT was around, would you have used it?
Oh, 100% I would have used it. Yeah,
exactly.
There's no doubt about it.
So you can't blame them.
I dreamed of ChatGPT being around when I was in school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we used to have to go on the internet and copy and paste.
Exactly.
And then just change a few words here and there.
Exactly. Just be like, I wouldn't normally use that word. I better take that one out. What does that word even mean? But maybe we can ask ChatGPT to come up with like topics for us to speak about on the podcast.
That's not a bad idea.
Should we do it live?
Do our homework for us. I'll tell you what, and I'll send them to you ahead of time. Then you can use ChatGPT to formulate your answers.
Shall I just type it in now and see what it comes up with?
So I guess we are ChatGPT now.
So I guess we're AI now.
When you know our friend Jack, Lou.
I'm familiar with him.
When he started DJing commercially and going out in the pubs and clubs of Peterborough, he used ChatGPT to begin with to come up with set lists.
Did he?
Of tracks in certain styles to play and stuff, like things that would go well together.
I guess because it
age groups and crowds.
It would probably put like certain tempos together and transitions and stuff like that. It could do that, couldn't it?
Yeah. He said like ask it for set length, like roughly this length of time. What sort of songs would you recommend me playing for this crowd of people? And he said after the time it was jolly good lists of tracks. Right?
You know what? I can't lie. I've done a similar thing because in my Jupiter gigs, I sort of did the DJing part as well. I have had occasions where like I've had like it's been a specific age group that are dancing, and they've come and requested like a song, and I'm like, okay, I've got that, and it brings them all to the dance floor, and I'll be like, ChatGPT, I've got this kind of age range, like in the crowd, and this is the kind of songs they're like. Can you give me a little set list around this? And it does.
What? So you've used it in real time, like at a live gig? Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I've never known anyone to use it in that capacity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I I feel the pressure. I freaked out, and I used it. Yeah, it's good.
Maybe we could try that, Ollie. If we when we get to a venue, if we just say to ChatGPT, we've got like this demographic of people in this evening, like a certain age group, like what would you recommend us playing?
Mid song.
No, like as when we get to a venue, if we say like I don't know, like there's the age ranges from like, I mean, normally our age range is like 40 plus, I would imagine, but but and you could sort of tailor it around that. But then again, I guess we kind of have our own grip on it, than we're more professional than David, is what we're saying.
We've had a good few years worth of experience now. We're finely tuned.
So what I've done is I've said to ChatGPT, I've said, give me some topics to discuss on a parenting podcast called So I Guess We're Dads Now. And here we go. It says great podcast name. So I Guess We're Dads Now hits that perfect mix of humour and reality, it says. Here are some topics.
That perfect mix is something ChatGPT says. Like, see, this is what I was talking about previously. It's got its own way of speaking.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's given us, oh my God, it's given us 15 topics or episode ideas. So the first one is the oh shit moment, realising you're actually a dad. and it says to talk about personal stories when the baby was born and what you thought about being a dad versus the actual reality of it.
Yeah, done that.
We've done that. So diapers, bottles, sleep deprivation. We've kind of done that. Co-parenting and teamwork. Try not to ruin your relationship is one of them. I don't know if we spoke.
I mean, it's too late for that now.
The dad guilt diaries. Feeling like you're not doing enough. Balancing work and family. Mental health check-ins for dads.
We talked about that, didn't we? I'm sure we talked about that.
The modern dad starter pack. Breaking stereotypes of the clueless dad. Embracing vulnerability, nurturing and being an active parent. Stuff we swore we'd never say, but we do now. Things like because I said so, go ask your mum, and dad catchphrases that you promised that you wouldn't use.
Well, I don't want to have to go to work either, but there you go.
Exactly, yeah. Go on.
This is a little bit different. Do you mind if I interject something before I forget? Because I forgot, and I've just remembered. So sometimes you'll someone might like trying to think of an example. They might buy a website domain that has like a typo in it because they know that sometimes someone might be looking for something and put a typo in, right? Well, I had an idea that we could change our podcast name to a similar, well, maybe not similar, but like a podcast that's much more successful than our own. That in the hope that while someone is searching for it, they will stumble across ours by mistake. And one of the biggest UK podcasts is Shagged, Married, Annoyed. So I thought we could call our podcast instead Shagged, Had a Kid, Annoyed. What do you think?
Why not? Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, why not? We should do that.
Sorry.
This,
you never know.
I've moved it. I don't know if people might be able to see it now. I've moved it onto the screen so people that are maybe watching it on the YouTube and stuff can see some of these other things. Another topic is baby gear. What's worth it and what's a scam? So I guess did we buy any equipment that we thought was going to be handy that turned out to be useless, or raising kids in a digital world? There we go. This is a topic. Look,
AI.
Yeah, exactly. Screen time struggles, introducing tech and boundaries, what we wish we had growing up. We wish we had ChatGPT. See, we're kind of talking about it without even needing all this. Look. Dad hacks and life-saving shortcuts and survival tips. Bath time tricks, getting outdoors in under 2 hours, one-handed everything guide.
Do you know one thing that I used to use on a Friday to get Ellis out of the house quickly, and it used to work an absolute treat. I used to be like, the garbage truck's coming around, so we need to get ready and get out of the house so we don't miss the garbage truck. That was a lifesaver. And it's not that he didn't want to go to nursery, but he's a procrastinator, and he gets it from me. I can't be angry with him for it. But when I had to get to the office, and I'd be like, oh God. But yeah, that used to be one I used to use all the time.
Do you know what, lads? I think ChatGPT has actually got some really good ideas here. Building dad friendships, the lonely side of fatherhood. I mean, we're obviously doing this to kind of, I guess, combat against that in a way. But that would be a good episode. And that might be a good episode where we maybe invite someone on, like a guest, and open.
Been crowing that topic about bringing a guest in to this day dot.
I know, I'm just fed up with you lot.
He's just talking to us.
Here we go. Number 14, when they start asking big questions, such as where do babies come from?
Such as, will you play Peppa Shoe?
The age-old questions. So, seasoned dads share their war stories. Here we go. Bring on a guest with older kids.
Here's one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Have either of your kids brought up the topic of death? Because Ellis has started to, or at least he's suggested to me that he knows about it because he stamped on the daddy long legs the other day, and I was like, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's not a nice thing to do. And he went, it's dead now. I was like, oh right, okay.
Sort of took you back.
So you know what it is and what you've done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we have had that conversation yet. To be honest. I don't think we have, because I would have probably remembered it, but
we've had a few things like that happen. I mean, his nan Nana Moon, we now call her Nana Moon.
I think
Gives
you
you
have
leads
mentioned
on
that on
to
your.
where we were going with that.
Yeah.
So it like Moon and Stars is sort of the idea that we've given to him for that. But it is becoming questioned a bit more, if you know what I mean. Like I think he knows that that's not in the literal sense she's on the moon now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but it also he is obsessed with the stars and the sky as a result of it. Like he loves looking up and seeing
Astronomy.
stuff. Yeah, yeah. His like life's mission at the moment is to try and see a shooting star, which I think is pretty badass.
That is
Thing
cool.
for
That's a
Yeah.
cool thing.
4-year-olds to want to do, like yeah. So we've got to make that happen at some point.
I have had a thought actually. Where my Margot was staying at my parents' house when their dog became quite ill, and they had to take the dog to the vets, and like my parents basically said that they were taking Stanley, which was their dog's name, to the dentist, and then as the story progresses, Stanley didn't come back from the dentist because he wasn't feeling very well, sort of thing. So there was a bit of a period of time where she was confused that why Stanley went to the dentist and didn't come back, and then obviously we had to take her to the dentist for a checkup, sort of thing, and I think
Helps to
she
find the life out of her.
yeah, and I think she thought that like she might not come back, sort of thing. So,
Bless her.
but we did. I think we did sort of. I can't remember how we got around it, but like my parents ended up getting Stanley back, and they kind of like scattered his ashes for lack of a better term in the back garden, so like she knows that he's home, sort of thing now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a thing. I guess my parents didn't really know what to say, so it was like, oh yeah, we took Stanley to the dentist, and then I think she was confused when she had to go to the dentist and stuff. But it is weird. They do pick up on things, don't they? They know when things aren't quite right or whatever.
Definitely.
Since the last pod, it's not quite the same thing, but I took Ellis for his most recent like booster injections, and this one was like two, like one in each arm. And I've got to say, he handled it like an absolute trooper. Like they were sitting there, and the nurse was sort of saying to Connor, like, right, hold him tight and make sure he can't move his arms and keep him secure. And they would like try to keep his mind off it, and did both at the same time. And he just looked at one and looked to the other, and he was like, "Can I have my sticker now, please?"
Brilliant.
And I was just like,
Fair
Good
play.
"Yeah."
Love that.
Handle it like a
Yeah,
true
that
champ.
was kind of more of an ideal in our heads than it was
Yeah.
in reality. It's.
Well,
But I find
it's
people always do that, don't they? You worry about the unknowns. Do you know what I mean? You always worry about an unknown.
Yeah.
Which is
and
wasted
it's the
energy.
amount that they pick up, I think, on us worrying about for certain things. If it's something that we're concerned of, they'll end up picking up on that and being the same. But attacking most things with as much confidence as possible, you can kind of avoid that. Like Betty started going to bed quite well for me at the moment, whereas with Kirsty, she doesn't.
Okay.
And I think it's to do with how we're putting her down. I go straight in there, lights off, down you go, read a little book, tiny box on, milk in mouth, straight out the door. Nothing else. Which Kirst will like to try and sit with her in the room for a bit until she gets close to going to sleep, and then walking out. And she'll then sense the fact that she's moving and then cry and be upset about the fact that she's going. Whereas if I don't give her the choice and I just leave straight away, she's not noticing it at all. And she's like, I can do bedtime in like 5 minutes now with her. It is so streamlined, it's an art form.
Nice.
Not that you want to be rushing these nice moments of putting them to bed reading a story, but efficiency is key, I think.
I think that changes as they get a bit older though, doesn't it? Like, when they're a bit older and they appreciate the story a bit more, and it's going to sleep is less of a struggle because perhaps they've dropped the daytime nap. Then at those points, that's when you sort of start spending a bit longer and having it as like a bonding moment. Whereas at that age, all you want to do is just get them to sleep, right? Which is totally understandable.
You're just sort of serving the purpose, really, isn't it? Just to make sure they're getting the rest that they need.
Yeah, I think it's just a haircut, really. Military haircut means military bedtime.
She's seen, she knows that you're in charge. You're the sergeant.
Yeah, real shot sergeant Prescott.
Did you do bedtime this evening then, or is that why you was here 20 minutes early?
yeah. I've got them both down so quick.
Brilliant.
Great.
Oh, you do both at the same time. You don't like tag team it, like one does one does the other.
And now, so we're getting both in Betty's cot to read the book. So George sits in there with her.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is quite nice. So so they both read a story, and then George is trying to help with some of the words and that kind of thing. And then that's done. Lights out. Tony box on. Which, if you don't have a Tony box, it is the best thing in the world for the kids.
Yeah, we've got one.
Are we all familiar with the concept of a Tony box?
Is that where you put the little figurine on top or something like that?
Yeah, it's like a little smart speaker, but with little models which tell different stories or activities and things for each one.
Yeah, I need to get one.
They are really good.
Great. They are great because the kids can use them themselves when they get a bit older. But like at Betty's age, it's just you whack it on. It tells a nice story for about half hour, 40 minutes, and then turns itself off.
They're kind of nicely. They're kind of nicely timed, aren't they? Where it's like it sort of lasts about as long as a child needs for them to settle down, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are we sponsored?
Hashtag not sponsored.
not sponsored. But the Paddington Bear one in particular, I think is class. It's read by Stephen Fry, which.
What is it? What is actually read by him? Because I've noticed, obviously, a lot of the kind of stories and the songs and stuff. They're sung by they're not the official. Say, for example, a Disney one. It's not the official Disney. Like, it's sung by a different person, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
For copyright issues, I guess. I don't know.
No,
but
you're quite right.
But the Paddington one is actually Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
The SpongeBob SquarePants one, I would say, is SpongeBob SquarePants off of Timo. Is not quite, not quite right, but
this is going off base a little bit, but it's a similar kind of thing, but for adults. There was a time, this is way before Alice, where Connie, she went through a phase of not being the best sleeper, so she downloaded this app that would have different people like sort of reading stories that were like soothing voices, and sometimes I could just like tune it out and just go to sleep, right? But she had one that was Matthew McConaughey, and he has got that sweet southern drawl to his voice, but at the same time I just couldn't take it seriously. I was just like, you're gonna have to switch this off because I'm just in my head, I'm just going, all right.
Brilliant. That is so good. What is this app called? I need to check this out because like Lizzie struggles sometimes with her sleep, so maybe it's something that she could listen to. Yeah,
I would suggest you use pods or something though, like because they can get distracted, especially if it's something.
What
like
if you're
that.
trying to go to sleep next to Matthew McConaughey? You're just about to drift off, and it's like, all right.
I'll tell you what I've been listening to go to sleep to the last couple of nights. It's Only by the Night, the Kings of Leon album.
That's a great album.
Oh, so
is that the one? Was that the one with the light bulb on the front, the shattered light bulb?
I don't know what the album cover looks like actually, but yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Has it got like
one of the early ones?
Has it got like McFearless on it and stuff like that?
That is true.
Yeah, and Revelry. Use Somebody.
Is Arizona on it? That's a tune.
I don't
They're massively underrated band, aren't they?
Yeah, but that album in particular is a very good go to sleep album. It's got a bit of movement.
Because they're not very. But they're not.
Only by the Night's the Sex on Fire album.
Is that the green album? Is it like it's got like a green cover to it?
Yeah. What's the album I'm thinking of that I really like? If you haven't listened to it, I would recommend.
You're thinking of Mechanical Bull, which is the one after that, I think.
I think it's the one before the Sex on Fire.
Because of the Times.
That's
the one I like.
I think that's before of but that's before the Sex on Fire album. I think.
It's got like, it's got McFearless and Charmer. Ragu. Ragu is a great song. Arizona, that is an album and a half. Not
it's
sponsored.
a great album, but a bit more upbeat than Only by the Night, and not as good to go to sleep to. Not as good to go to sleep to.
Yeah,
Arizona might be a good one to sleep to, though.
I've never been a like listen to music to fall asleep kind of guy. I don't think. I think it would actually just wake me up, no matter how chilled it was. I think, but right, lads, what do you reckon? Should we look at wrapping things up and coming back?
I think so.
Coming back
I made the error of just gone 8, knowing that we were doing this at 8:30. I started watching that new Monsters series with Charlie Hanneman.
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein, and I was really getting into it. I was like, oh, God, I need a podcast now.
We literally.
Not that I didn't want to come and speak to you boys, but
I started watching an episode last night, and then me and Lizzie did the same. We sat down. Well, I was decorating Margot's room, but I came down and had some dinner, and we started watching that. So I think, what time is it now? I was going to say I might start watching another episode, but I'll probably fall asleep now.
I've got 25 minutes into an episode, and I'm already hooked. So it's a bit of a difference from I'm switching in between that and Downton Abbey. A little bit of light and shade.
Yeah, just keeping yourself on your toes. What is Downton Abbey? Is that on Netflix as well, or is that?
Yeah. Have you never watched Downton Abbey?
No, I've never watched it.
It is brilliant. I love Downton Abbey. Love it. Honestly.
Okay, maybe I'll check that out after I've watched Monsters or whatever it's called.
The only thing I like watching on TV nowadays is Gone Fishing with Paul Whitehouse. And Bob Mortimer.
That is top TV. To be fair, that really is top TV.
It's literally the only show I watch.
I need to get back into watching TV shows because literally all I watch is YouTube, and I know that's not healthy. I know I need to watch other stuff. Because
I watch a lot of YouTube.
The bits
I watch even more since you told me to get YouTube Premium.
That's the thing now. Exactly. Because I pay for it, but then again I pay for Netflix and stuff. So I should be watching that as well. They're all fleecing me. I need the Emma app, not sponsored. But yeah,
right. I haven't got a question for you boys tonight. I can't remember what I asked you on the previous one, so I'll return with the questions on the next pod. But what are we saying, about a month from now, or are we doing the last? Are we doing the last week of the month?
I think we should do a 2-weekly. Let's go for give it.
Yeah, we'll have a chat sort of between now and whenever.
ChatGPT.
We'll ask ChatGPT to schedule our episodes.
It would do.
It would, of course it would.
Have you ever? That's another thing that ChatGPT says a lot. It's like when you start talking about stuff, at the end of it, it'll be like, I could do a schedule of this for you. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah,
that's another thing I've noticed.
Yeah, it asks the question at the end, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll have a look if we can do one in 2 weeks. If not, it'll be like a month's time. But I think we should, look to maybe build up towards like a festive episode as well, like a Christmas.
That's a good idea.
That's
a good idea.
Maybe we can do that in person.
Yeah, we could.
That's a good idea. Yeah, an in-person one.
Yeah. We'll work out the logistics of that and see if we can get together and do that.
Do it in front of a Christmas tree with a glass of mulled wine and
like an open fire with chestnuts roasting on it.
Yeah,
not sponsored. It's been an absolute pleasure. Episode 5. We are so back.
Yes.
Peace and love, everyone. Back. We will.
Jacked had a kid annoyed. We're not going to call ourselves that.
No.
Well, I'm changing it now. Love you, bye.